having a great day. Me, I am so tired. That long weekend dragged out and just made me, oh my god, tired because I was so lazy this whole long weekend. So, yeah. So I hope everyone's having a great day and everything. But at the moment, it is kind of a gloomy and dark place. Not only did Tom Petty die, which, you know, rest in peace Tom Petty, you know, which I was a fan of his work, like, not just saying, oh, I'm just a fan because it happened. No, I was a fan of his work, and my favourite song of his is Won't Back Down. It's always helped me feel better when I want to pick myself up off the ground. And of a morning, just a general, if it ends up on my shuffle feed and I hear it, I'm like, keep that on. I never switch it. It's always one of my favourite songs, so yeah. So the fact that he just died of a massive heart attack, like, they haven't figured out the reason, but he just, boom, gone. It just shows you that try and do everything in life that you can, because one day it could just be all gone. 2 seconds. So take care of yourselves out there, everyone, and eat right, do things right, and yeah, but it's not just natural occurrences that can also hurt and kill people. It also is people killing people, because, you know, with the saying, guns don't kill people, that people kill people, and that's the way it is. And lately they're saying about gun laws and about Trump taking away the gun laws of Obama's administration, putting in those gun laws, those specified gun laws, saying that mental patients or people who have had mental bereavements or anything like that happen in their life, mental diseases or defects, that they cannot get a gun. And I agree with that, and Trump repealed that and made it like that everyone can get a gun. And because every mental sicko out there can have a gun now, there's going to be more gun fights and gun war out there in the streets, and that's not good. So, you know, Las Vegas happened, and this guy popped his gun 35 times and killed a lot of people. And there's 100 people apparently dead, and there are a lot of people who are injured. So I am sorry for those who have lost their lives because of Las Vegas. And it looks like, you know, what happens in Vegas did not stay in Vegas, because something like this, just the whole world knows about it, and it's a really bad thing. And it happened in Mandalay Bay and the hotel, and it's not good. It's not, it doesn't sit right with me, because not only have that, we got, you know, the stuff happening in, like, Dutchland, and the stuff happening in Australia here as well, where people are running people over with cars. And there was a shootout not so long ago, I think it was just this week, that there's a shootout where a guy reversed his car, and the cops were chasing him, and in the end they end up shooting him because he was a dickhead that, you know, was putting other people's lives in danger. And they actually cleared the area so that at least, you know, no one would get run over again. That was in Melbourne, I think. And just a lot of shit like that's happening lately. Like, people are hitting each other with cars, especially in America. There was one in Italy, I think, not long ago, and just people killing people, like mass killings, like mass going in with a gun and just shooting people, like, at random, for no random reason. They didn't do anything bad to anybody, they didn't hurt anybody, they were living their normal lives, and some sicko weirdo woohoo woohoo goes along and that's it, boom, dead. And it just doesn't seem right, you know, it doesn't seem right at all. It's really awful, it's really bad, and it's just not right, guys. It's, you're taking people's lives, you're taking something from them that was not your right to take away from them in the first place, you know. Only our maker, or if you don't believe anything, just even you have the right, you know, even though we don't like people doing it themselves, but still, if you don't believe in God, it's usually you're all right. And whatever it's God, it's God's right to take it when he so felt. I think it's disgusting, you know, that this guy just decided to get out a window, start shooting people like it was some sort of zombie flick, and it was not right at all. Like, I have nothing much more to say. This is the offensive, where you can be as offensive as you want to be, and I always keep stumbling over it. But this time I want you to be offensive. I want you to put in the comments below how you feel about this whole shooting and everything else that's happened in the last 2 to 3 years in the way of not just America but Australia, Britain, with all the stabbings and the shootings in Britain and the shootings that happened recently in Britain. I think there's one in Canada, just everywhere in first world countries, even second world countries. I need you to write in your comments below what you think about this whole thing, where they're not terrorists, they're crazy people who are going along and killing people. What's your take on it? I want to know, because I don't have much to say, because it's angry to me. It makes me so pissed off, and the fact that a man can get there and start shooting the shit out of people for no apparent reason other than people having fun at a country music festival, you know, yahoo and yee-hees and listen to Brad Paisley and all those great things, you know, and listening to the best country stuff, having fun, about coming together. Like I always say, come together, do good things. And they came together, did good things, loved each other for one night, loved the stage, loved who was singing or displaying or whatever, and little stages around and little shows that they're going to, and having a drink, having some dinner, doing whatever, you know, bringing the family, having some family fun in country music sort of stuff. And in Vegas was a big event, so it was not just like, you know, one area, it was like all over the place, and it seemed like fun. And then people go and destroy fun. Like, I seem to think that, you know, when Christmas comes, it's going to be worse. You know, some idiot's going to come along and get in a car and drive and shoot, or some idiot's going to get in the Santa suit and then start shooting everybody like it's some sort of Die Hard film. You know, and it's gonna happen, and I'm not happy. Like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna do it, no, I'm saying some lunatic's gonna end up doing something like that, and I'm scared, you know. Sometimes I'm even scared to walk out the front door to know what's out there. When I'm where I walk around in my town, I'm scared that, you know, that I'm going to get hit by a car one day, or I'm going to get hurt if I don't look the right way, or, you know, and these days it's more than that I have to worry about. If, you know, some guy's going to mug me at knife point and stab me, or some person's going to run over me with their car because they're malicious and wanting to wound somebody, or, you know, someone's going to get out of their car and just shoot me because they're having a bad day. Like, am I living in a first world country? Because God doesn't feel like it. It's starting to feel like a third world country or a fourth world country. It's just really, really bad. And I don't have the anger today to express how fucking wrong this really is. Mass murdering people and then shooting yourself. Sure, offing yourself, but we don't get the chance to tell you how much of a fucking dickhead or fucking asshole you really are. But seriously, I'm just pissed off in general. Like, when something like this happens, especially like, you know, in Burke Street Mall with Melbourne, and running over people and killing people, and then some guy in Melbourne went along and just shot people for no reason, just because they're going to work. And then you got the Link Cafe thing that happened with one guy who was saying he was doing it for ISIS, but ISIS wasn't even making a claim. This guy was a lone wolf, and he was going along shooting people and killing people, and 2 people had to unnecessarily die that day because of that jerk off, and some people got injured. You know, and you know, in last Christmas in Daneland, where they went and someone run over Christmas shoppers. Why? Just because they're being merry and bright and that you run over them? No, it's not fair, you know, that these people get to do it. Like, how about in Britain, where that guy went and shot a soldier, like a, what do you call them, a beaver skin wearing dude, you know, red uniform, don't move guy. He shot that guy, and shot an off-duty, you know, soldier, and then shot a whole heap of people, like in Britain. Why? Why does that need to be a thing? You know, these were non-terrorist people. These were just people who just cracked it and decided to, and it's not fair. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be funny or satirical right now. I really am not. I'm just trying to get what's happening right now. You know, is this real life? Like, seriously? Like, it feels like a movie. That's what it feels like. I'm living in a movie. Like, shit like this is happening. We can't stop it, and we have world leaders that just ignore it or do stupid shit to make it worse. You know, like in Australia we have gun laws, and that if you're not carrying a license for your gun, you can get fined or you can go to jail for carrying a weapon. If it's a weapon that is not classed to be part of the weapon scheme, then you definitely go to jail for running arms. You've got to have a license. And also, if you're not got your gun locked in a gun safe, you can also get a fine, because potentially you can get killed. Like in America, like last couple of weeks, there was a little 2-year-old that found a gun and started shooting her friends in the face, and they're all dead. You know, and there was a 10-year-old that found a gun and he shot his best friend dead and also shot himself in the arm. So, you know, how safe are we out there with guns? And that's in America. Like in Australia, they're finding like sort of shotguns all the time, where people are just killing each other with those. And handguns are a big thing here in Australia. You know, I had a shotgun before, and it's fun if you're on a farm and you're under supervision of someone who knows what they're doing and things like that. But when you're not under supervision of someone who doesn't know what they're doing and you're not licensed to carry a gun, maybe there's a reason you're not licensed to carry a gun. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe you know, it's not right. I'm just so perplexed as to why this occurred and why the President of the United States let something like Las Vegas happen. Like, seriously? Like, we know about how many people have died in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas was a gangster haven and a lot of shootings and things happen. That's fine, and there's been a lot of other murders and all that shit happening in Las Vegas before, because it is the city of sin. And people buried in the desert. We all know about that sort of shit. We know. But this is a mass killing in Las Vegas. You know, this is the first time this has ever happened in Las Vegas, where someone has decided to kill everyone. Like, look at that in the night. Was it the 90s or the early 2000s? There was that guy, I think it was in Buffalo. The guy in Buffalo, New York. He was the sniper. And he was sniping people every day and leaving notes for the coppers and stuff like that before they found him. And everyone remembers that guy, but he was that shooter guy, and then ended up finding, was it Washington or Buffalo? Could have been Washington. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it's still the same thing. And on the 5th day of this sniper guy sniping people and killing them, he actually was found. And it was a guy and his son going out every night and hunting people and sniping people every night. And that was disturbing, and I'm glad that they found them, because I was really scared for people over in the US, and it was really, 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 really awful. So bad. But, yeah. Just shit like that happens. And just people with mental defects are the ones who usually are the ones causing this shit, or people who have murderous tendencies, or people who are just sick. You know? I couldn't think to end something or someone's life. When I say something, I mean like a pet or something tiny, you know, and I can't think to end a life of something, you know, or someone that you love or care about. And some people waking up finding that their loved ones are dead, you know, it's not fun. It's not nice, and I think that what's happening is like the worst thing like ever. And I just want to tell you guys, I love you guys. Be safe out there. Don't carry guns now because you think that someone's going to shoot you now. I hate the police, but they are there to protect sometimes when we need it. And just, if something like this happens, just run. Run and hide, because there's no reason to have a gun, I don't think. If you've got a gun and you have it for protection and you've been broken into and all that, I get it. I've been broken into before, and I have actually been face to face with my guys who ran off when they saw me, but still I was face to face with these guys, and it scared the shit out of me, and I now lock up every night because I'm so afraid and I need to be protecting myself. And I carry I put a torch, like a very heavy, very big thick torch next to my bed, and you know, I put that right near me. And for the first week when that happened to me, I put a knife under my pillow, like no joke. I was super scared that someone was going to come in and murder me or take my jewellery away from me or just kill me and rape me and murder me, basically. So, you know, I don't have a gun. I don't see no reason to have a gun. But I do have weapons at my disposal in my room. I have things heavy close by that I can hurt people with if I do end up that way. But I always have things by my side where I can hurt somebody with them, and I don't need a gun for that. I just use my own arms and legs and whatever I can grab at the time to kill somebody with. Like, there's no reason, I think, to have guns, period. Only if you're in the army, navy, police officer, you know, all those sorts of branches who own guns, I see. But people who don't have a gun, don't have a gun. If you're a civilian with no reason to have a gun, don't have one. That's simple fact as that, because then there's no, what's the word? There's no, you know, feeling of I've got to go grab my gun, or your kids finding your gun, or even if you have it locked up, your kids will probably find it. You know, and there's no sort of temptation to go and pick it up and play with it or do something stupid with it. Because humans aren't perfect, we're infallible, and I mean, we're fallible, I mean, and it's just, I've got no words. I'm sorry if this one isn't so much of an angry episode. I'm just sad and appalled for the human race and what we've become and how we've evolved, but we're de-evolved by this. And I hope everyone out there is great. I hope no one's loved ones were caught up in that tragedy, but if you're friends and were, I'm not going to say thoughts and prayers because, well, there's more to be done apparently. So, and I agree. So no thoughts and prayers from me, but I do hope that you guys are okay out there. And if you, as I said, if your family is affected by this, I'm so sorry. No words can fix the damage that has been done, other than having to hold together and try and move forward with what has gone on, and try and think of new ways to learn from this and to just move on with this what we've learned. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time on The Offensive. Till next time, bye.